Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a very special friend of the show, Mayibuye Mandela. Mayibuye Africa. Mayibuye. We thought Mbuso Mandela was also coming, man. That's my guy.
Yeah, bro.
That's my guy.
Rockstar.
You know, we had a mutual friend, me and Mbuso.
Come again?
We had a mutual friend, me and Mbuso.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I was looking forward to seeing him as well.
I know we can see him after this show.
But why didn't he come?
Relax.
Let's call him, man. Let's call him and find out why.
No, you can call him. You are more than
yeah,
entitled.
yeah.
In fact, you are obliged.
I don't have his number.
I can give you his number.
You can't?
I can.
Yeah, give me his
Yeah,
number.
yeah.
Let me call
Where's
him.
my phone?
No, you give
No, I
it
don't
back.
You gave
my
it
phone.
to the other guy outside.
But I want to say thank you so much for coming out, man, because you flew just for this interview, né? From Cape Town.
Yes, I can say. Yes, I flew from Cape Town, going back home in Cape Town tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you will. Aren't you gonna give me 50% of what I? I saw your show was sold by 2 million, Chief. You refused. You have a lot of money, Chief.
Hey, man, which one is this?
The Mandela guy wants my Yeah.
And what's your beef with Sol Peduka? What's your beef?
Hey, I got to figure into right now. Yeah, you combo. What's the beef, man?
No,
Just
there's
speak
no
on the mic,
beef
please,
with so Penduka, but she always say, "Hey, I don't know what's happening with that family. It's like we're loose cannons, Chief. We're a proper family like other families. But the problem with my family and me is the media.
Yeah.
So once we're in a public domain, people forget that they have the same problems that we have as a family.
Oh,
Actually,
yes,
we have better problems than they have. But the problem is the fact that it's in media.
It's true.
Where's Musa's number?
Actually,
Where's Musa's number? Give me Musa's.
to advocate for also, I don't have a beef with him. To advocate for that, Sopenduga once corrected you, Brother McG. I said, no, man, it's the family. It's the family. You see.
So he's part of the media. He's part of the problem.
Yeah,
I'm the me.
You're the media.
No, when it comes to the territory, I think
But
being
he
your
asked-
family. Everybody's gonna have opinions, opine on whatever's happening in your family, like with the current situation, with auctioning the things, and you guys will decide and take a decision if you do as a family. But it comes to the territory, we're gonna have opinions about it. Do they matter? Maybe not. But I think you understand that part, you know.
Oh, shit, I've got his number.
I do.
Oh, shit.
Oh damn, bro! Wow.
What were you doing with him to have
I
this?
told you, he's a friend of mine. I
Who's
made
the
him
mutual
buy co-sing. He was a producer. There was a guy I was working with, co-sing.
But you always wanted the Mandelas, but you don't call him Buso, but you have his number.
I forgot, man. I knew him like way back. It's been years since I last saw him. Hey, Mbuso!
Yeah.
Yo, man, you live on the podcast, man. Sol Penduka is here.
Yo, Mbuso.
Ghost Lady is here, as well as Mayibuye is here.
What's up, guys? How you guys doing?
Good, man. Dude, I was looking forward to seeing you, bro. Why did you want to see me, bro?
man.
Due to unforeseen circumstances, I had to pull out from the interview. Hey, guys. We've been talking hang out, I won't lie.
Mbuso, you hitting me with due to unforeseen consequences? Hey.
Yeah, consequences, circumstances.
I thought we were friends, dog. Nah, but it's chilled. Hopefully one day we'll have you on the show, no?
Oh, definitely. Oh, man.
Bro, what's that
Definitely
friend of
will.
ours, co-sing, man? What was his real name? I forgot his real name.
Sebastian.
Sebastian, yes. Sebastian.
Sebastian.
So I know Mbuso via Sebastian. That's how I know Mbuso. Yeah. Shout out Mbuso. All the best, my dog.
How come you don't twang like him, man? Or like, speak like him?
Me?
Yeah, like, I'm assuming as a Mandela, everyone is privileged, went to these fancy schools.
I'm me.
Yeah?
Sure.
Dope.
Bro,
Different upbringing from him.
No, not actually. I was born in not far from the banks of Umbasha River. I was born in Ikunu. I grew up in Ikunu, and then my great grandfather had so many children, about 31. So I visited one of my great-grandmothers in a place called Ekwili, you see. So there, I managed to understand all the family things. There's no one that you can ask about my family besides me.
Let's talk about your family. What does the family tree look like, and where do you fall under the Mandela family tree?
Where do I fall under the Mandela family tree? So will we be able to call the king and ask if I'm entitled? Okay, let me answer something. There's one thing that we should understand as the people, you see. Most people think Mandela is Nelson Mandela. Ne. Rolihlahla Dalibunga. It's not him. There was a king called King Ngubengcuka. His grave is in Clarkbarry, not far from Engobo in Eastern Cape. The king had 5 sons. But the last born of the 5 sons was Mandela. Mandela, not Mandela. Mandela. Mandela wazala uGadla, which is Harry Mphakanyiswa Gadla. Oh, the English name comes from apartheid. Harry Gadla Mphakanyiswa was the one who also, I think, ideologically revolutionized Nelson Mandela because he was the father of Nelson.
Okay.
Because we're the sons of Mandela. The sons of Mandela. Mandela was the son of the king, so he was the prince. So there's, after Mandela, there's Gadla, Harry Mphakanyiswa. After Harry Gadla Mphakanyiswa, yindlu encinci leyana, the smallest house of the royal kingdom of the Thembu nation. In the smallest house, Mandela wazala waba nomntwana abathi ubani uHarry Gadla Mphakanyiswa. uHarry ke lo we-English ke wafumana kwi-colonies abelungu wabo. Ze uHarry azale bani? Wayisithi obviously wayisithi uHarry makubuza ukuthi ungokabani wena? Athi yena nginguGadla, igama lakhe, his name was Gadla. NginguGadla kaMandela kwindlu kaKumkani uNgubengcuka, who was the king, because they were sons of the king.
Princes.
You see, they were the prince. So uMandela nje ezale uGadla wasala uRholihlahla, wazala nomakhulu wami omkhulu kakhulu, ukhokho wami okuthiwa nguBaliwe, Nancy Mandela. So the problem in the country is to think that when we are saying I am Mayibuye Mandela, I'm trying to claim Nelson Mandela. He's not Mandela. He comes from the house of Mandela. Mandela was the son of the king. So actually, he was the prince, but in the most junior house. Ne. So Mandela wazala uGadla wazala uRholihlahla. uGadla actually Nelson Mandela, Nelson Rholihlahla, Nkosi uDalibunga, the global icon. His father had 4 wives and 31 children. Kwindlu enkulu, the great house of kwindlu kaMandela.
Yes.
Kwazalwa intombi zodwa. Only, literally girls. Akwazalwa, kwazwa. Here, umuntu owazalwayo kwazalwa uRholihlahla. The reason why they gave that name uba nguRholihlahla, bakhona abantwana bazalayo apha abangamadoda but bavele beyilanda ukuthiwa yintoni? Abortion man. Yintoni? Miscarriage. Yeah, it's English, man. Yeah. Miscarriage, ne? Or something like that. I'm not true with the history. I was not there, but it's what I was told. So this house, yazala indoda. Kodwa ngurholihlahla. So rholihlahla literally means troublemaker.
Oh.
The reason why he was given rholihlahla from these houses, he was born in this house. Of the 4 wives of Unkosi, because he was not king. He was the son of the king. Of Unkosi ugadla here Mphakanyiso. Yabo. Ka Mandela. Yabo. Kodwa hayi man. Yo. From the 4th house, rholihlahla, literally meaning it's not like in English, ne? And maybe in the language, no, also they say pull out the branch, ne? But literally it means troublemaker in the Tembu nation and in the Xhosa at large. It means troublemaker. Kanti hayi sizale trouble nyani who revolutionized. So the troublemaker on this wife of Unkosi Umphakanyiswa Gadla here Mandela. Then ugadla igama lakhe, but the praise name was Mphakanyiswa. Sithi Mphakanyiswa, you see. So Nelson had a sister called Baliwe. And then he went also to school or Methodist church or whatever. These things that you go home with. Yabo. He was given something called an English name. Otong Nancy. It's Baliwe Mandela. In Qunu, they call her what is this? Hey, yes, consciousness is escaping me now. They call her Inkunu. Inkuns. She was a woman, but she acted like the man while Nelson was in Noon. They share the same father, the same mother. Yes. So Baliwe actually, on the thing of marriage that she usually talks about, was not married. Baliwe gave wazala umama okuthiwa nguzukiswa. Uzukiswa kwakunomfundo kwakho untondo. Those sisters, the Tembu nation, because we were the sons and the royal family, refused for these clowns to come and pay lobola for them. They said, no. We don't want your man, go back. Actually, one of Nelson's sisters from the other houses, from the second wife of Nelson's father, wathi xa kwake ulotyolwa omnye, wathathwa, wasiwa kulaa mzi, apha alotyolwe khona, wagqunywa ngengubo, a blanket in English. Ne? Ugqunywa kwakhe ngengubo, kugqunywe someone else, not the person, because we are royals. Yeah, we were like Ramaphosa, we were dictating that time. So xa befika emzini, kodwa nasazi ngamadlomo, kodwa camakho. Nasazi basizinkosi, kodwa camakho. So into ezakwenzeka nje, umntana enkosi xa isitya amasi notsiki, utsiki lo waziwayo kakhulu. Kukho namasi before utsiki ke, niyazi loo nto. I'm just educating you, South Africa. Yabo, kukho amasi notsiki. So xa isitya amasi notsiki, athi amadlomo kuba izinkosi kulaa mhlaba wabo, khanimtyeliseni phantsi kwengubo, like under the blanket, make him eat. They don't see the person that they paid lobola for. They put it under the blanket, he did that thing. They said, when you are reaching those mountains, it's like from here to another, like 5 kilometers away, 10 kilometers away, that mountain. Once you see us, you don't see us. Once you cross that mountain, you can unveil him. You see. So they did that. Only to find out after they unveil him that, man, it's not the person that who wanted. But actually, he's not the person that wanted, but they couldn't do anything. They couldn't contest because we're a royal family. After, it was back that time, before this thing of, who's this? Ramaphosa and who? Ruth Mayer wrote Constitution. Yeah. It came. But hey, you gave us the wrong person. They are talking behind the doors. But the thing is, uwadlile amasi, umdlile utsiki. That makes you a wife. That's the ring on your finger. So this is team. And then actually that lady, baba namantwana eqhili abayi 31. 31. Yeah. So the Mandela legacy, the Mandela road is I don't know how to say it, but it's straight, ne? But it's people that who abuse it. Ne? For an example, me, I can't be called by someone else and said, no, you are not a Mandela. You can. I'm a Mandela. Yes, it can happen that I'm not Nelson Mandela. I'm not Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela, but I'm Mandela.
Who are your parents?
It's Zanda, Pewa, Kabaliwe.
That's your
If you
mother.
listen to that scenario that I was giving you,
That's your mother.
that's my mother and father, both of them, Pewa and Baliwe.
And who
Baliwe is my grandmother, actually. And yeah,
and then who were they to Tata Nelson?
sister.
Okay. A bit confused, man.
No, it's
So you
Xhosa.
Nelson Mandela's great grandson.
You are clear, Kingo.
Please explain to me.
No, I don't get it from what he said. I just know from reading.
But your surname is?
Yeah,
Mayibuye,
not from what he said.
Melisizwe, Mandela.
Mandela. So you use the surname Mandela as well.
No, don't say I use the same name, because once you say I use the same name, it's like something that I have a choice of.
Yeah.
I don't have a choice of using Mandela's surname. I went to the mountain, for an example. Who took me to the mountain?
Mandela.
Mandela.
Yes.
Who supposed to act as what? My father.
Yes.
My father is Mandla Mandela.
Okay.
Fact checker, you had your hand up.
You see.
Okay, from what I understand from his explanation, right?
So this thing is
Baliwe-
simple. Don't ask me about who. I understand there's something that you once raised of. I'm a woman. I'm a Mandela. Making an example. I get married to a husband. That husband, yeah, we do have that problem, my brother. I won't lie.
Yes. That's another, yes.
We do have that problem. I listen to your podcast. I listen to everything that you said. And mostly when I came here, I said, hey, there's that ghost lady, man. Yeah, bro.
So
Sorry, before you continue, fact checker, you're
Yeah,
saying?
let it finish. Then.
Will you finish your point there?
Oh no, I was just trying to make emphasis on what he was explaining. So Ubaliwe and Nelson are siblings, right? And Ubaliwe did not get married. However, she had children. So he is from Baliwe's side.
Oh, makes sense.
You are not clever, you are smart.
Yeah, I mean, for you to say that in 2
But
minutes.
now, ne, can I also explain it traditionally? Can I explain it traditionally? Traditionally, I don't go around and claiming the Mandela wagon. Because most people, they have that mentality thinking that Mandela is Nelson Mandela, you see. Yes, I've used that surname to be where I am today because of him. But Mandela is Mandela. But it always goes with a wagon of with a name, actually, Nelson. I was my great grandfather. What should I do? That's why I called Brother Muso, and we decided as a family. But never mind that. But one thing that you should know is that we know these things that you're talking about.
So in the family, when a woman decides to keep the Mandela name, even though she's been married, what do you guys say? What's the...
We don't know that. I don't know that. We don't know that. And also, one thing is, this is a free democratic country. You see. And then now, let me not dwell to that, you see, because that is another problem.
Why is it a problem?
Eh?
Why is it a problem?
It's because it's what you're saying. The question that you're asking is because you are questioning yourself. The question is the question of what you're asking yourself.
I think the more of the issue here is when a husband getting married to a Mandela woman, then taking the surname or adding that surname.
Those are fools. You must know that they are not husbands.
Oh.
They are cleaners. They are cleaners.
Yeah.
What else?
So what happened with the house then? Let's get to the house.
Let's start political.
No one cares about political. No one. Do you care about political? No.
What do you care about roasting me?
No.
No, bro. That's not a roast here. Bro.
No. Okay, cool.
I mean, we brought you in to mainly speak about the house.
Let's go to the house.
Yes. What's happening there? Where we at?
But you know what's happening.
No, I don't. I have assumptions, but I don't.
What are the assumptions that you have?
From what I've seen, there's money that's owed and no one has been taking care of the house.
And the city might have to recoup its money by repossessing the house and possibly selling it so that they can recoup monies owed to the city by the house. And it's obviously been dilapidating or, going to ruins.
Exactly.
It's not well maintained.
This is the house in Houghton.
Yeah, the Houghton house.
Okay, cool. One thing that I wish to compliment you, Megji and Saul. It's about when you mentioned with Advocate Mkwebane.
Yes.
I've listened to that interview. I've listened to you when you're insulting, but you said you are raising funds for that house. You see. And then I've listened to, I don't know whether they are clowns or what. I didn't hear the names. Ne? When they were saying, go to one, and it was Michael Jackson, what, and then I thought that you do need us to speak our voice, but there are more important people that you can speak about that. But I will speak about it, but on another level that you wish, because your wishes, you and Saul, in this podcast and show is it's proper. It's leadership. When you talk about, let's save the house. So literally, it's like you are accepting the fact that, okay, Nelson Mandela fought the struggle for liberation, history. Yeah, what happened and where we are today, you see. So that is why we talked after that. When Mama Buzisiwe Mkwebane spoke here, actually we work together. We can call her now. I want you to call her. You tell me I'm here. And
I don't have airtime.
Eh?
I don't have airtime.
I'll transfer you. So about the house, Chief. I don't want to come publicly and say the Mandelas need funding to help the house.
Of course.
Yeah, bro.
Fully understood.
But today, yes, I am Mayibuye Milisizo Mandela. We need the society to help the paraffin speed that, who's this fool? Zizi Kodwa. The paraffin speed that went to court for my grandmother, Magazine. It must be in the same paraffin speed that it does.
But how do we get there? Can you give us context? How did it get to that position where we are now? Like, can you give us some backstory?
Come again?
Can you give us a backstory? So Utata passed away. Like, who was in charge of the house? Like, what was said in the will? What was happening?
What arrangements were put in
Arrangements,
place
yeah.
for the upkeep of the house and maintaining whatever fee the house accrued.
You know Strina Malinda.
Occurred.
You know Judge Muswain Dondo. I don't know.
Musanek, yeah.
Musanek. You know those guys. And Wing Trevon. You see. Those are the people that we should be speaking about. Those are the people that who created the problem. And when the Mandela family, the descendants, are calling them to order, they don't come to account.
So they were responsible for the house.
Yes, because it was a trust.
A trust.
So the man in the Wim Trengrove, the Khang Musanek.
Straight. Yeah, sorry, Bambile. Shout out to you.
Yeah, because you butchered the names. you butchered the names.
No, I
so I just had to mention them to get them out there clearly. Wim Trengrove, the Khang Musanek,
They're the trustees.
Malindi. They're the trustees.
And what was their relation to Tata?
I don't know legally. I'm not a legal person.
So they're not related to him in any way?
They know what they know.
But are they related or not?
Ask them about the house. But now, here's a person, here's a Mandela, ne? And here's a citizen. I mean, now I'm coming as two persons, ne?
Yes.
Oh, I'm coming as two persons. These people couldn't assist for the days that Nelson died. So I think it was looted. I don't want to come and tomorrow being sued for saying, these people, what. But these people were the people that were responsible for this thing.
Just say
and these
allegedly,
people are not embarrassing themselves. They are embarrassing who? The Mandela name. You see. For an example, every day, every year, there's a statue that costs, that was talked about, 3 million, what million. And then people are saying they are protecting the Mandela legacy. I'm not saying people, because of Nelson Mandela, since Nelson Mandela fought the struggle for liberation, they owe them something. They don't owe them something. Anything.
Did you get money from the trust? You personally?
Me? Man. Talk to my account. Yeah, she. Ask him how much I have. Hey. Ask how much I have.
Yeah.
Actually, this thing that you are telling me about, do you know that we also... How much do I have?
You have no money.
Who are you?
Penduko, who we looking at?
Yeah. You need to introduce yourself. Like, who are you?
Sorry. Okay.
And, yeah.
I'm Mapula Fisher.
Okay.
And what are you to him?
Manager.
Oh.
I do a lot of things with him. I'm a coach, manager, yes, and publishing his book.
Oh, we've got a book.
Yes, I'm writing a book.
Yeah.
I forgot that, yes.
Yeah.
How can I forget something important?
So, bro, what do you say to, because word is from the trustees that they were paying, for the upkeep of the house, the rates and taxes, but they became a lot, like 3-5 times higher. Like it became like 20,000 rand a month as opposed to the usual 5,000 rands, and that's why they stopped paying. So there was clearly an abuse of either, I don't know, water or electricity. I don't know. But that's why they had stopped paying, because it became a lot. That's what we read.
No, it's a lie. Don't say that they were paying a lot. What they were paying a lot? What were they paying a lot? The bodyguards of Tata Nelson Mandela, they were not there. The staff was cut in half. Not even half. We had 15% of staff. For an example, I'm making an example now.
Yeah.
Who was
So
staying at the house after? Who was staying at the house?
It's the family.
Oh, the family was staying there.
Yes.
But they were not in charge of the house. according to the trustee.
They were, but the trustee were supposed to pay the house. The names that I mentioned, you must deal with them. Call me when you have a podcast. Call them. I'll give you their numbers.
How did it come to be that the responsibility, the financial responsibility for the upkeep of the house is on the trustees and not the people living in the house?
No, you know now. You speak English. It's English.
It's a trustee.
No,
Were you also
do you guys
staying there?
know?
My
Can
boy.
explain it some.
Were you also staying there in the house?
Me.
Yes.
Me. Can I tell you about me? Do you know? When I went to the mountain, it's not history, it's a true story.
So
When
were
I
you,
went-
staying in the
Listening,
house?
it's a skill, it's not a talent. Listening, it's a skill, it's not a talent. When I went to the mountain, I came back. I became independent.
Okay.
I took care of myself. Everything that I do is because this woman that you spoke about, she's there.
So he wasn't staying at the house. He was independent.
Wait. I stayed for 2 days, Chief. I stayed for 2 days.
Why did you leave? Why did you leave?
It's because of my arrogance. I want to monitor myself.
Oh,
No one chased me away.
okay.
I was in Qunu. No one chased me in Qunu. When I went to the mountain, that is why I said, listen, not like I... Yabo. Ingathi nguRamaphosa la lo. So there, eQunu, ndisuke which year kanene? Yeah, I'm a grown-up man. 2011.
Okay.
ngeQunu. Doluka. Ukoluka nothi lanto yefiber. Ukoluka uye entabeni.
Yeah.
Being chopped.
Yeah.
Ne? So when I went to the mountain, I was young. Who took me to the mountain? It's Nkosi uZwelivelile. Mandla Sizwe Mandela. Mandla lo separlament. Phofu nungenzeka umazi ngoba useparlament shame. Yabo.
But back to the house. So what's happening at the house now? Who's staying there now, currently?
Ah, boy, it's a ghost house, you know that for a fact.
It's a ghost house.
But one thing
What's
that
the
I want to
Mbuso
please
that was there and what's the other one? The one who speaks all over the world now. His brother. Wasn't it them?
Ndaba.
Ndawe, wasn't it the Mbuso and Ndaba who were left? Have they also left now?
my brother.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but this is stuff we read, you know,
Can
which
you
could
tell
be
me
false.
again? Can you so that I can capture it properly? What I say?
No, you said it's a ghost house. Then I said what we read was that it was Mbuso and
Ndaba.
Ndaba
Ndaba.
who were staying there. So that does that mean they've left as well, or they never stayed there?
I think it's in the public domain. The fact that Mbuso went to tour the house that when he left and the family left, because of the same people that I've mentioned above. These clowns who
The Gang Museneke, Wim Trengrove, Dina, Malindi.
who's in law there.
All of them.
Yeah.
Advocates and judges.
Call them and then they must sit with me here.
Wim's an advocate, others are judges.
I can give you the numbers.
So now, how can we, as the podcast, help? Like, what's the solution now?
Yeah.
Shout out to that. Shout out to me. Shout out to Dudu. Hey, everyone is saying Dudu must be, the salary must be raised. Shout out to Dudu. Dudu. I listen to comments, man.
You listen to the comments.
I watch, I read. No, sometimes it escaped my consciousness. Okay. What you can do with the house, it's simple. It's simple, Mekji. We can take you to the house.
Okay.
We must do a podcast there.
Yes.
Would love that, yeah.
Yes.
We must do an event there.
Yes.
An event. Don't tell me about something for July or that Mandela Day before.
Yes.
We must be the heads of what? Where is Nelson Mandela Foundation? If Nelson Mandela Foundation was existing, they should be there. You see how I love my grandmother, Magaziwe. She's proper, she's leadership. She's leadership. So if, for an example, we want to raise funds.
Yes.
I can't stop any South African to raise funds for that. And actually, there's no South African that owes Nelson Mandela money, for an example.
How much money are we looking at? How much do we have to raise?
Let's go for 16 million.
16 million.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a lot.
Will all that
it's
go
not a
towards
lot.
the house? What will that go towards over and above saving the house?
It's about saving the house. It's about paying, let's say, for an example. I'm not saying that that's what the Mandela family needs.
Yes, of course. No, we hear you.
But let's say for a year, paying the house,
Maybe
paying it also for a year.
I get you.
and maybe renovating
Because,
it
for an example,
it's
look,
falling apart.
how much did I mention?
16.
60 what?
16 million.
16
Yes.
million. How much is a statue of Nelson Mandela that was opened here? How much is the statue? The same day, the statues that are open all over the country on the 17th of July. You see this boy who called Uzizikota look his bags. He's shying. He runs around like a fool, telling someone that belongs to the family what to do with the family matter. But now, this is the paraffin speed. It can't come with that paraffin speed that it took my grandmother to court. Instead of saying, hey, family, can you talk among yourself and solve this solution issue?
No, it's fine. Consider it done. Let's forget about the Zizi and whatever. We're going to do what we can
Speed
do.
of paraffin.
Yeah. I think it's done, dude.
Yeah.
We have to do
Let's
it.
do it, man. Let's do our part and with chillers and other South Africans while we're
Can I throw one
Can you
thing?
bring the family on that day when we do the podcast? Like whoever wants to come from the family.
Tomorrow, I'm here until 10 o'clock. I flew, Chief. Meg G is gonna give me 5,000 rand. Saul's gonna give me 5,000 rand to go back. It's like the fun. Okay, sure. Besides that, what's going to happen is, my brother, I love you so much. Thank you for having me. I think I'm big when I'm in your podcast. I wish this is recorded. I think I'm big when I'm in the podcast. So, man, Englishman, I good. Shout out to you.
Jaya, hola, Mayibuye.
Wow, he's ending his own interview already.
Hey, bro, so ask us now what we want to be remembered as.
Shout out to
When it's all
Fisher.
said and done.
Shout out to everyone.
Before you go, what happened with the auction? Who was doing the auction? How did they, what happened with that whole thing?
I think on that basis, Saul has answered.
Okay.
Saul, what did you say about the posture? About the
What did I say?
was weeks ago.
remember.
Yeah, it was weeks ago. But you guys are, as a family, were you guys on the same side of the
No,
fence?
I'm not
regarding-
asking a family. I'm asking you.
You're in the family.
Okay.
So now we've got the privilege of asking someone within the family what the situation was regarding the auction. Were you guys all in
Aware.
agreement? Were you all aware, or you guys found out just like us on the TV, on the web, on the internet, that these things, personal items, are being auctioned, especially the ID?
Oh, what specifically is the ID? Okay. One thing, Brother Saul, that I should tell you. Can you give me an energy drink before I answer this question?
Oh, it's not an energy drink. It's not an energy drink.
Oh, I was drinking energy drink, ne?
No, that was striped horse. This is the president's drink.
Amandla.
Yes. Chiller's punch.
You know, come like
Chiller's punch.
Guys, drink Chiller's punch. I'm gonna, huh? Okay. I'm gonna take it to Ikasi. I'm bringing a case to Cape Town.
Yeah.
Mac has agreed with me. He'll give 5,000 rand to kuthiwa yintoni laa nto ifake eplanini kanene ndikhwela iplane.
Mayibuye.
Yeah, Mayibuye.
Mayibuye.
Sure. So, according to what you're saying, ne, of the ID issue, I'm looking, if you can go to the media.
Wait, how did you find out about the auction? Did you know?
Yeah, I know. I'm telling you now. What I can tell you about what happened, ne, I'll tell you two things. Ne. My grandmother, Granny Magazi, Dr. Magaziwe Mandela, is the daughter of Nelson Mandela. Ne?
Yes.
Okay. This comes tricky now. Let's leave the fact that, okay, let's make Nelson Mandela a human, because most people don't make Nelson Mandela as a human. Is the daughter. So hence is a daughter, and Umafungas. I think, personally, not this, I was not sent by anyone, I was not told by anyone, or it's my ideology. But my ideology shifts into two metaphor something.
Got you.
Yeah, it's two. When you are not a family, talking about Magaziwe and having a flying squad going to court like Zizi Kodwa, that clown, that, yeah, and taking her to court for his own father's things. Executive, it's the same thing. Okay, we twist it around. Ne? He's a global icon now. Hence is a global icon. Why aren't they in the same paraffin? The government is in the same paraffin speed that Zizi Kodwa and others are following. Look at Houghton. Who's looking at Houghton government?
So the family was aware about the auction.
It was a unanimous decision to auction this.
Whether the family was aware or not aware. Magaziwe is a daughter of Nelson Mandela, Chief.
So she can do whatever she wants.
No, we're not saying that. I'm not saying that. And actually, I'm not speaking on behalf of the family. I'm not saying that. But my problem was when this thing came out in public. You know, I'm in media. Ne? In media? Where?
Oh, you said.
You know. I'm in media. Okay, this thing comes. Abantwana baya comment. Kumuntu otheni? Umntwana. Bakhulumile naye na. You see. Nam ndahalela ba famous. Abantu bayathanda bahalela ba famous. Safuna ba famous. Saziyo. Yeah. But that does not bring any shit to us. Has Mandela's, even now, if I pass my matric and do this and do this and do this and go submit my CV, I won't get employed because I'm a Mandela. More especially me. They'll say, oh, this one is political. He once insulted Umpumluana lo, Ramaphosa. You see. And then we won't get employed. So don't ask us where does our poverty comes from. Look at the Sisulus. Look at the Hanis. Look at the Bikos. Actually, I believed that 10 Rand was going to have Steve Biko, 20 Rand was going to have Sisulu, etc., etc. Than all the money to have Nelson Mandela. Even Nelson Mandela was not going to be happy because he said that this freedom, I didn't fight it alone.
True.
But you guys are praising one person. Good, I don't Randela. It's wrong. Look now. There's a woman contesting elections. Are you guys giving him a platform? There's a lady called Dr. Fisher. Or another one is doing pairs called Vivian Makoba. Are you giving him platform?
You mentioned something earlier. You said, where do you think the poverty is coming from? What are you trying to say about that?
The poverty comes from Chief. There's one leader that says, okay, besides the leader, there are two things. It's either be a revolutionary or you're a criminal. That comes after a revolutionary. Before. You see, being a revolutionary and being a criminal is because of the revolutionary work. The criminal is another side. A woman gives birth to two people in one. It's either it's a revolutionary because of hunger, and the criminal because of what? Because of hunger. Chief, President Cyril Ramaphosa, I'm sorry to say this, and I'm not sorry again to say this. He has insulted our people, my brother. He has insulted our people, Chief. To the extent, Chief, there are people that when I send them money, they say, Mayibuye, don't send so much money. Do it on another. No, because I'm waiting for 350. And then when you see these people are intellectuals, Chief, you see Julius. Julius is mad. I've never met Julius. I've met his people that he works with. You see, Julius is smart, but the only thing that I don't agree with Julius is the Constitution. Julius agrees to the Constitution, which the Constitution is against us. For an example, it's like I'm pitching the pages. Do you have the Constitution here? Mm-mm. Do you have condoms here? Mm-mm. You can find condoms anywhere. Here. Okay, fine. The Constitution says, according to a certain Land Act, land, you can claim land from 1911 or 1912. It's where the ANC started to revolutionize. So, where did Jan van Riebeeck came here? 1652, 6 April. Yaqala inkathazo yomntu omnyama. So, when they came here, 1652 to 1912, 1911, mandithi April. April, June. They took the land. So, kuthiwa xa siclaima siqala uclaim land. Get that pleasure to come. Yeah, bro. So, when you're talking about the land dispute, about the people of South Africa, about the poverty, and about etc., it comes to that. We will never own gold because Jan van Riebeeck arrived there in 1652. In 1912, when the ANC arose, the land was already taken.
But is the Mandela family in poverty now?
No, there's no one in poverty. I'm not in poverty.
Amen.
I'm not in poverty. Hence, I'm not in poverty, but I'm not happy because where I'm not happy is where, excuse me, my family, but where I'm not happy is where I take a taxi.
You take a taxi?
I do take a taxi.
No ways.
In Cape Town.
That's crazy.
No, it's not crazy.
But why? Why is it crazy?
Uqalile kaloku ufuna undenza.
Oh, but why is it crazy, Mac? I mean,
Bro, he's Mandela's grandson.
So what?
yeah, but
No, I don't. That's the thing that I want to know. If I'm Nelson Mandela's great grandson, does not mean I should live according to that record. There's people that would think when I say and outcast and insult the ANC, thinking that you're supposed to be ANC, you are wrong because you are Mandela. No, Nelson Mandela actually said, if the ANC does what the apartheid government does to you, do it to the ANC.
Yes.
Nanku uvule woman don't and the campaign nayo. But ideologically I speak to her. Usis Maputla from the Fisher Foundation.
Mapula.
Mapula. I don't know this.
But how was it growing up? How was Utata Mandela?
Can I tell you about Utata Mkhulu? Do you know what happens when you go out of the house? It's a different, ne? When you go inside the house, it's a different atmosphere. Atmosphere different here, atmosphere different here. Nelson Mandela said, I fought. Fine. He said, that child tried shot, but it's fine.
It's 50.
It's leadership. It's leadership. But when I grew up there, I didn't understand. And then the problem was when I go to TV, I hear people shouting my name. Mayibuye! Africa. But there's no Africa in my birth certificate, Chief. There's Mayibuye Melis. Melis was not there then. Mayibuye Mandela. So, I didn't have quite a connection. If you can go to the media, the only connection I got it when I was old. Because even on TV, when they were shouting, I didn't understand what's going on. Until I came back to, I took these things, the brains from the toes, I brought them here.
Tell me about the name, the Mandela name. Is it like a burden? Is it heavy, having that name?
To me, it's a problem. To me, it's a problem, my brother, because some people expect you, like you were talking about the taxi. If I take a taxi as a Mandela, you'll think I'm poor. Me, I'm not poor. I'm poor, actually. I'm poor. But you will look at me in a very problematic way, you see. And then people won't start to understand that we are human beings. And then the Mandela name. Hence, people think that you will get employed everywhere you are rich. You'll never get employed carrying a Mandela name. A Sobukwe name. A Sisulu name. A Biko way. A Tamba way.
That's crazy.
Do you know why?
Why not? Yeah.
Yeah?
No, why?
It's powerful surnames.
But wouldn't people want to have those surnames, in their
No, it's only my chief that will want to have that surname. Others will say, this one is going to take us to court. There's something in the company. This one will take us to court. This one is Mandela. He will think it clever to us. He will take us to rope and night. Imagine that. Imagine you are me, chief. I can't get employed. Let's say, for an example, I look for a job in a call center here. Do you think I would get employed?
No.
I won't get employed because I'm in Mandela. But most people think the privilege comes because of the Mandela. You see, this morning, for an example, last night, my lady, Fisher, said, Mayibuye, I booked you there, and there. Your transport is da. And they're contesting elections. I'm saying, I don't end, although you are I don't enter in your political what. I can come as an advisor.
Sorry. Can you get a cloth?
You see, I can come as an advisor. You understand? Because us as people, for an example. Okay, let me make an example with you and Brother Saw, ne? And you, Brother McG, ne? Can I make an example? Can someone be a judge? Who goes late?
Okay.
Okay. I'm submitting a CV. Can I work in a job? Mayibuye Mandela. Zotin.
Yeah, of course.
Ah, yeah, talk.
Oh, serious?
No, be honest, my brother.
I mean, why wouldn't I?
Okay, I'm applying now. Employ me.
Friends that.
Chief, people are killing people's banks. People are shutting out people's banks. Look, Chief, you had who's this boy? Oh, this woman's boy. Utuzan. His banks is shuttered. When I ubanu sit clouted abantu ukuthetha no getting Mackenzie bar. I have getting Mackenzie's number, yabo.
First paper.
Yeah, ibar. No. I tell you now. But look, Chief, you can look at this in this way that I wish you can look at it. Yabo. Le bar lezi ukhuluma nazo ziyavuya ukuba zilapha icampaign ku. Bakunike imali.
Oh, next.
Wena uRob after uRob nabhalelwa mna. nguRupert. Rupert had a constitution. Yeah, papa. It was last year, end of the year. Rupert. Ndahlala nabo.
Oh, he was talking to you.
Rupert. Hayi clown yam nje. Hayi phofu control, control. Yabo. Mna chief ndihambe. Yes, impuku. Impuku it's a mouse. I'm a mouse. Mouse is thing somlungu. Me, Chief, I will be honest in your podcast. If you made a research, Ghost Lady, if he really makes research about people, he knows I'm black consciousness. I'm the zing with a zang and the zesta for life.
Oh, jeez.
Look.
And cheap and cheap.
Do you know the only people that will survive your podcast, it was who and who?
Survive? What do you mean? Like we're killing people?
No, I didn't say
Like it's a camp.
Surviving.
Surviving.
Yeah.
No, I see Val. Coast Lady, any question that you want to ask?
No more questions.
Yeah, please ask. Please, ndacela man. Ingane bawela. Ndacela.
Okay, actually, I've got a question. Who's the matriarch or the patriarch of the family? Like currently, when you guys sit as a group or as family, when you have meetings, like who takes the lead and who does the whole family also know that you are here? Like, is it or was it just amongst a decision maybe with 2 or 3 people, or is it a full family decision that you are here? Everyone is aware and knows that you are speaking.
Once you publish this thing, I can be insulted tomorrow. But I do what I like. But the person that, you see, my grandmother, Magazi Mandela, I respect her.
Yeah.
She's the one who takes decisions. But when I go to interviews, I don't ask anyone. There was an interview in Russia that I did about, what is this war? About the Palestinians.
Yes.
And what? I said there, give the Palestinians weapons. That's how we won our struggle, Chief. We didn't win our struggle. Look, now, we went to CIJ. Ne? This clown took us to CIJ. We wasted millions. When it took us to CIJ, what happened in CIJ? They declared, did Israel listen? I said, no. But if you would watch my interview before the CIJ decision, they took it after my interview that I was in Russia. I'm a drop recorder. I traveled, man. So now a ghost lady can look at man.
I value it.
I
don't have any questions. I value.
Ufuna umisa kuphi?
Umqondo isidenge. Ngifuna umqondo.
Man, I value.
Tribalist.
Mayibuye, thank you so much for coming through, man. Thanks for your time.
Thank you
man.
for not asking me to sip in your gin. I was sober in your whole interview. Shout out to you, man.
Well done for being sober, man.
We are here, man. Podcast and chill.
You were sober indeed, man.
Bye.